What's up, yo? It's a guy, Bobby, Stay Walker, aka Vanilla Rob. You know the vibes, you know what it is. Okay, guys, real quick. A lot of you guys are always in my inbox trying to ask me a bunch of questions, trying to get some advice. I don't know, maybe I peer wise or been through some things. So I have decided to do a how-to series, okay? Just so we can interact a little bit. I'm no expert, but I'll give you what I've learned over the years. The first thing I want to talk about is something very near and dear to my heart. And the question that a bunch of you have been asking me, and that is how to become a successful music artist in Zambia, the big Z. Vipusana. In other countries you have to do certain things. Over here I've learned in my 10-year music career, some do's and some don'ts. So I'm going to give you 5 tips. These 5 tips are important. You can apply this to your music career, your business, maybe your love life, okay? So let's get into it. Okay, so let's start here, my 5 tips on how to be a successful music artist in Zambia. Firstly, by clicking on this video, I assume and I hope that you have some amount of talent. Because if you don't, then this will be like an exercise in nothingness. You need to be dope, okay? And not just the kind where your grandma or your friends tell you you're dope. Play your music for different people and get their feedback. Okay, now let's begin. Point number 1, guys. Identify your strength. Everybody's got a different strength. If you listen to a musician like Yo Maps and you like his high notes, but you can't hit the high notes, that doesn't mean that you can't be a successful artist. It's important for you to know what your strength is. I discovered my strength very early on in my career, and that is I'm a good writer. I can write. I don't only write music for myself, I write music for others as well. But I also used to make beats. But I stopped making beats when I found Stash, because he's a way better producer than I am. And I also found Nez Long, who's really good at mastering and better than me. So identify your strength and stick to that. That leads into point number 2. You have to have a team. No one man is an island. You need to identify people. Like I said, when you recognize your strength, you recognize the strength in another person, and you put that together like Voltron, and you make one very, very dope thing. So like I said, point number 1, identify your strength. Point number 2, have a strong team. Point number 3, very important. Point number 3, this one is a personal thing. I don't know if it will apply to you, but I'll tell you anyway, and then you decide. But it is really, really important. Do not look for validation. I'll say that again, do not look for validation. When you're beginning, a lot of people, they'll be naysayers, okay? They'll tell you, nah, this ain't it, this ain't it. If every time you go on your site, on your page, you focus on the negative energy, the negative comments, even if 20 people are telling you this is dope, then it will lead you astray. I'll give you a small story. When I blew up, I did another song I did a record called Head Mill. Head Mill was a very big song, but then I got distracted by some people who didn't like the song. And instead of continuing on my path of creating music like that, I started creating diss records, which kind of took me off my path. So you need to stay focused and do not look for validation, especially in peers. That will come later. All that talking made me really, really thirsty, and I need a whole bunch of other groceries. Luckily, when I was online, I came across this brand new app over here that said I can subscribe for free and order some stuff. I'm gonna try it, and hopefully before the video is done, my stuff will be here. It's called OnCut. So I'm just gonna go on here, subscribe, okay, and choose my products. One of them is booze. Shh, it's a Friday, guys, okay? Let me pick up some other stuff as well that I might need. Okay, that, and that, okay? Okay, let's see if this works, man. By the end of the video, if my stuff is here, I'll be super impressed. Number 4. Let me make sure I don't forget this. This is important, guys. It's a big one. Number 4, do not be scared of competition. Anyone who has ever been great or excelled at their sport always had a rival. I made a habit earlier in my career of mentioning people's names, okay, in the songs. And the reason is simple. I fear no man. You shouldn't either. If you do not feel like you're the best at what you do, or you at least amp yourself up to feel like you are one of the best, then you have no business doing this. You need to be the best. So do not be afraid to compete. If you are an R&B singer and you hear that Yo Maps is putting out a record on Friday, drop yours on Friday too. Let's see who's big dog. Do not be afraid to compete. I hope you guys are still staying with me. This is point number 5. It's point number 5. I keep saying everything is important because it is. Listen, man, listen to me. Point number 5. Educate yourself. Educate yourself. When I first started doing music, I started taking interest in mixing and in instruments and in copyright law and everything like that. You guys, the newer guys who are coming in, you're so blessed. You've got so much information at your disposal. If I had a YouTube when I first started making music, I think I've done greater things. You can literally learn how to play an instrument on YouTube. You can learn how to edit. You can learn a whole bunch of stuff about the business as well. So do not go in arrogant. Anyone who loves something, who is in something, you have to learn as much as possible about it. So if you are in the music, do not only think about the benefits that come with the music. Do not think about the private jets and the money and the accolades. That comes after years of hard work, so you cannot skip one. When you watch a music video and you see Bobby East and he's enjoying himself with champagne, you want to get to the champagne before putting in the work. So please put in the work. Educate yourself. Oh snap, looks like my stuff is here. I hope so. Yeah, here we go. I think my stuff is here. This is my gentleman from Uncut. I'm excited. I'm okay. Thank you very much. Oh yes, there's no break anything. Here we go. Yeah. And I'm back, and my stuff is here from Uncut. That worked. Yo, you can even hear the sound. I'm about to be a party in here. Let me put my phone down. Anyways, guys, like I said, I'm going to be doing this how-to series, and you guys need to, first of all, subscribe. And secondly, ask me anything that you want to ask, man. What is the next thing that you want me to talk about? And we'll get right into that. For now, let me try to get into my package and see what's in here. Okay. And just as a bonus, I'm going to throw in a 60th one. I hope I'm not edited out. But yeah, lastly and most importantly, be optimistic. Be very optimistic because it's a hard road and you have to be more patient than other people. So be very optimistic. I read somewhere that over 80,000 albums come out in a year. Did you know that? But the top 200 is always the same artists rotating around each other. So for you to break in, it's going to take a while or a miracle. But yeah, man, I believe in you. So Guy Bobby East, these were my tips. And I hope I see you at the top. Bless.